it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
So, Elena, I just can't seem to. I need somebody that wants to say, let me help you take care of the kids. Is that rude to ask? You're a very happily married, very lovely, very beautiful gal, very professional. And I want to talk about Europe. I want to talk about Lyme disease, but can we talk about me first? Because the relationship thing is so confusing. And you got married at a very young age, yes?
I got married we started dating when I was 17. We got married when I was in my mid-20s.
Yeah, but still that's young. I did marry 22. Didn't work out when my first wife. 22, okay. I know.
Yeah, that's early.
But so now it's a relationship, and they go, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Are we together?
Right.
Well, I need you around more. I got that. I need you around more.
Which is nice.
Yeah, but what I'm not going to desert my kids for anybody. Respect everybody.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to disrespect a woman by saying, you should be with my kids and you should help me. I don't want to disrespect a woman.
Right.
I went through all that already.
Yeah.
Now the girl should get what she deserves. On the other hand, I don't want to wait.
You should get what you deserve.
Should I? Maybe?
I think so.
I'm going to be single forever. I'm saying. Do you have any nice Russian friends from where Siberia?
From Siberia.
I need a nice Siberian girl that will think New Jersey is paradise. Oh my goodness, this is so nice here in New Jersey.
I know. That's actually a good idea.
So just write somebody at home. You want to be an old Italian guy from Jersey, from Siberia. She'll be so happy to be.
You're a catch.
Oh,
Come
please.
on.
She'll be good for like Eddie Murphy. She'll be good for like 18 months. Then she go, where's my half? What is? Oh, I'm sorry, Elena. I feel I know you. Please forgive me. I know you so many years now. And you are a great mom, you're a great wife, and you are touring Europe. You're working touring Europe?
Yes. So I was raising awareness for Lyme disease and particularly some neuropsychiatric problems that can occur from Lyme disease. And I was asked to come in to London a couple of weeks ago. Actually, a week before the royal wedding, I was there. It was very beautiful. The weather was amazing. The turnout was great. In fact, we think we don't know enough about Lyme and neuropsychiatric disorders, and in Europe they know even less.
Yeah,
so they're asking experts from here to come over there and educate.
Well, you're becoming world-renowned in this regard on Lyme. Tell us about it, because listen, I'm in Hunterdon County. Now they have killer ticks out there. Killer ticks.
Yeah.
Long Island's bad. The guys, Staten Island is bad.
Yeah.
What should we be worried about?
Well, Lyme disease is a bacterial infection that's spread through a tick bite, typically. And obviously right now, during the summer months, we're outdoors much more, and so the ticks are out there, and we live in an endemic area. So it's a major, major medical problem. It's becoming really a world pandemic. It's been reported in all 50 states, 80 countries around the world. So it's a major public health issue that I don't think is getting enough attention from our government because there's not enough funding. And it's actually more prevalent than HIV and breast cancer combined.
Wow.
Yes.
So you get bitten by a tick, or you find a tick on you. What should we do?
So this is interesting. First of all, about only 50% of patients actually find a tick on them because they're so small. So just like we think about sunscreen, we need to think about tick prevention. And so kids are the most effective because they actually spend the most time outdoors.
Yeah.
So kids ages 5 to 10. But of course, if you lead an outdoor lifestyle, you can be affected as well. If you play golf, if you see all these wild turkeys on your golf course, they love to eat ticks. That's what they're doing over there.
Oh my, is that what those wild turkeys are doing? They're all over Hunterdon
Yes.
County, those guys.
Exactly. So definitely prevention is a big issue. As you know, I've developed the Kids Wear line on
love that.
drfrid.com, and now it just came out with the spray.
This is yours?
Yeah, this
let's
is
take
mine.
a look.
Just came out like about a week ago.
Look at you, girl. This is Dr. Frid Natural Insect Repellent. We could check that out. You can go to where can we?
drfrid.com, drfrid.com.
I love that you have clothes.
Yep.
that you were kind enough to give me for Charlie, clothes that actually has an insect repellent on it.
Correct.
So how do you know? What are the signs of Lyme disease?
So the early signs of Lyme disease are very tricky. So you can have headache, flu-like symptoms, joint aches, and I specifically am not mentioning a rash because a rash is uncommon. So if you don't see a rash, does not mean you don't have Lyme.
Wow.
Okay, this is very important. But later on in the disease, which it can wax and wane, which means that if you, during the acute phase, you can have those things I just mentioned, and then things may get better, and then they can get worse again. And all of a sudden, when you look back a couple of months later, like in the fall, I'm getting sick a lot. I don't feel well. I get constant headaches.
Yeah.
So these are kind of the subtleties of Lyme. And of course, it can cause more severe symptoms that you hear about on TV from various celebrities, but such as psychiatric issues, such as mimicking MS, even Parkinson's or ALS, heart problems.
Long term, maybe even
Exactly,
Alzheimer's, they think.
Correct. So it can definitely cause chronic symptoms if it's not treated early.
So antibiotics?
Right, so antibiotics early on is very important. Usually if you do find a tick on yourself, I don't believe in taking an antibiotic for one day. I think if you live in an endemic area like we do, you have to treat for the full course about 6 weeks or so, right after the tick bite, because the chances of the tick carrying the infection is very, very high.
Wow. Elena, thanks for the heads up. drfrid.com, FRID.com, drfrid.com. You can find the clothes. The insect repellent is right here. And I love it. Can ticks swim? We're sitting around. I'm with Allie and I'm with Olivia. And then we're looking in the pool. And it looks like a tick. Do they
actually,
swim?
Not that they swim, they don't die. And there was a recent report that there were ticks in the water for 3 days and they didn't die.
I'm telling you, this thing was like indestructible.
Exactly.
It was like swimming. And Allie.
So the way you kill it, if you do see it, is you put it like in heat. So you can dry your clothes in a dryer for 15 minutes on high and they will die.
Okay. So
Or use insect repellent and don't get a tick bite.
Yeah, and when you take them off, you don't flush them. You step on, you burn them. Sometimes people burn them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that, but I'll put them in like boiling water or something.
Yeah.
Or like I said, in a dryer on high.
And do you know anything before we let you go about this killer tick in New Jersey?
So there are many ticks. They can, obviously, they can carry more than just Lyme disease. So they can carry various viruses that can be extremely dangerous, other bacteria, which also need to be tested for. And one thing I have to mention is that if you do think that you may have Lyme disease, the best thing to do is actually talk to your doctor and find out from your doctor how comfortable he or she is treating Lyme disease, because not all physicians actually know the details about this disease.
Right.
So just find out how comfortable they feel, how many cases they've seen recently, and these are the doctors you should be going for. And basically stay safe out there.
Yeah, Dr. Frid, FRID, drfrid.com. Elena, thank you. Welcome home, girl.
Thanks so much.
Give my
Thank
love
you
to
for
Anton
having
and to the boys as well.
Okay, we'll keep you posted on the new women sending your way.
Siberia.
Love your way.
Maybe I should go to Siberia, Dad. Maybe that's how fun. Love of my life. What exit is that anyway? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.